Why it sucks to be a deer. You're born. Congrats, you're a deer. Which means from the very first second, life is already screwing you over. You're tiny, wet, shivering, and just lying there in the grass while your mom sniffs you like she's double-checking her order. Once she's sure you're hers, she immediately leaves to eat, deciding that your best survival strategy is to stay completely still. Like a defective product she can't return, but also doesn't want to deal with. You try to stand up. This is crucial. Deer that take too long to get moving quickly turn into someone's lunch. Your legs are thin, fragile, and only work half the time. But after a few minutes, you're up. Congrats again. You're now a deer that can not only lie down but also fall over. Everything's going according to plan. Your mom doesn't carry you on her back or hide you in a den. Her genius survival tactic? Wander off and hope you're invisible. Sometimes she comes back to feed you, but for the most part, good luck, kid. Just lie there and pretend to be grass. A few weeks pass, and you're wobbling around on your matchstick legs like you sort of know what you're doing. Life is now a never-ending survival challenge. You learn to eat plants. At first, it's weird. Leaves? Not bad. Grass? Meh. Bark? Feels like punishment. Your diet consists of whatever's green and won't kill you. Not a lot of options. The forest you were born in isn't just scenery. It's a battleground. Beavers are out there flooding places, completely changing your running routes. Foxes are sneaking around, looking for easy meals, but they're mostly after rabbits and mice. Bears? Slow, lazy-looking, but can turn into killing machines in an instant. And then, there are wolves. Wolves are your actual nightmare. They hunt in packs, coordinate attacks, and make sure you never get a fair fight. And let's talk about where you could have been born. If you're a reindeer, congrats. You get the endless, frozen tundra where the wind feels like it's trying to erase you from existence. Your eyelashes might literally turn into icicles. If you're a red deer, you might end up in dense forests or mountains, home to rushing rivers, slippery rocks, and, of course, even more predators. But really, no matter where you pop out, your life is just one long game of don't get eaten. The problem? Everything wants to eat you. Wolves are teamwork experts. They single out the weakest and chase them down until they collapse. Cougars? They're ghosts of the forest. You won't hear them until they're already on your back. Lynxes don't hunt often, but if you're young and dumb, they won't hesitate. And then there are bears. They won't always hunt you, but if they come across you, good luck surviving that encounter. So you learn to be paranoid. Any rustle in the bushes? Freeze or run, probably straight into a tree. Survival is just one long obstacle course, except if you trip, you die. And then there are humans. Some just admire you from a distance, calling you majestic. Others feed you in winter, making you lose all your natural caution. And then there's the third type, the ones who see you as a moving target. Hunters come with rifles, and suddenly your odds of survival drop to zero. They call it a sport, a tradition, population control. You call it the end. Then autumn comes, and you realize you're in a deer version of a reality show. Adult males turn into raging, screaming, headbutting maniacs, all fighting over females. You're not in this chaos yet, but give it time. Your future? Either win these ridiculous fights or die trying. Unlike humans, it's not just about who's the biggest jerk. It's a game where you can lose an eye or break your neck. The winner gets a harem, the loser gets humiliation, and possibly permanent damage. And then winter hits. If you thought life sucked before, welcome to nightmare mode. Food? Gone. Grass? Buried under ice. Trees? Frozen solid. You're stuck gnawing on twigs, questioning every life decision. You're always starving, your legs sink into the snow, and every wolf in a 10-mile radius is watching you like you're an all-you-can-eat buffet. The only way to survive? Don't be the slowest deer. Spring finally rolls around, and if you made it, congrats. You got lucky. You start shedding your old matted winter coat that makes you look like a walking rag. The sun comes out, food appears again, and for once, life doesn't seem completely miserable. But if you're a male, your real problems are just starting. By the time mating season comes, you need to be huge and terrifying enough to fight for your right to pass on your genes. If you're not strong enough, sorry, no kids for you. If you win, great. Now you have to spend your days defending your harem from other raging lunatics. No rest for the weary. Just when you start feeling like you've got this whole being a deer thing figured out, nature reminds you, you are not at the top of the food chain. A twig snaps behind you. You turn your head and see a human with a rifle. You never had a chance. You were born to run, but running won't save you from a bullet. You fall. The wind ruffles your fur. The hunter walks up, inspects you, and nods. To him, you're a trophy, a tradition. To the forest, you're just another reminder that being a deer is a constant battle that only ends one way. Congrats, you're a deer, and that sucks.